One night, an older lady was carrying a big saucepan filled with hot water. While she was carrying it, she accidentally dropped it on the floor. That day, when she slept, she had a dream. A person with an injured leg came to her and said,
"You did that to me, so I'm going to do the same to you."
He touched her leg, and the next day she woke up. She just couldn't walk the same.
Nora was a traditional singer that was famous because of her beautiful voice. She gets invited to celebrations of all sorts. One day she gets a call from a lady who invites her to perform at her daughter's wedding. Nora couldn't take the job as she was already booked, but the mother pleaded as her daughter really wanted Nora to sing at the wedding. Eventually, Nora agreed to perform. She took her band and went to the location. The house was well lit and filled with energy. Food was being served, people dancing, just as normal weddings usually are. The bride's mother then came to collect Nora and her band from the gates. The band was escorted to the main stage where they were set to perform. One of the band members pointed out how the interaction with the bride's mother felt a little weird. Her hair was super dry and her skin was hot, rough to the touch. Nora didn't think much of it and dismissed her band member's concerns. At 1 a.m., a few girls stepped up to the stage and started dancing to Nora's music. At one point, one of the girls' dress lifted up to reveal her feet. That's when Nora and her band realized they weren't performing among humans, but a house full of jinns. Because what they saw is that the girls that were dancing had goat feet. Upon witnessing this, Nora's friend passed out. The guests at the wedding rushed to her to check if she's okay. But Nora dismissed them, saying that she's just sick. She sprinkled some water on her friend until she gained back consciousness. Nora whispered to her friend, saying that they need to continue performing and play along as if everything is normal. Nora's band continued playing until 3 a.m. when the lights of the house suddenly went off and everyone in the house disappeared. Nora and her band started screaming in fear and asking for help, as they couldn't find a way out of the house. Once they found the exit, they rushed outside only to look back and see the whole mansion was deserted with no sign of life. No lights, no decorations, nothing. Just a pitch-black house that looked like it had been abandoned decades ago. An old man passing by saw Nora rushing out of the house and asked her why her group was in there in the first place. The whole band explained the story to the old man. The old man told the band that they were lucky to even make it out alive. This is because the mansion had been abandoned for over 15 years, and it is known in the area for being haunted by jinns. What's up, guys? It's your hosts, Mobriele and Railyn.
Step into the supernatural of the unseen with our podcast about the uncanny world of jinns. Take a captivating journey through the ancient myths, cultural beliefs, and modern encounters with these creatures.
With a blend of spellbinding storytelling, our podcast dives deep into the layers surrounding jinns, shedding a light on their hidden nature. Jinns possess free will, which means that they can be good, evil, or anything between.
Absolutely, and one of the fascinating aspects of the jinn is their ability to shapeshift. They can take on various forms from animals to humans to even inanimate objects. This shape-shifting ability has led to countless stories and legends throughout history.
Definitely. And speaking of stories, jinns are often featured in tales of magic and wonder. They're said to possess incredible power, like the ability to grant wishes or even possess humans. But like any powerful entity, they can also be mischievous and downright malevolent if crossed.
Right. In fact, the word jinn itself comes from an Arabic root meaning to hide or to conceal. This is reflecting their mysterious and elusive nature. They're believed to inhabit remote or desolate places like abandoned buildings, deserts, or even deep forests.
That sounds like the second story we told.
Yeah.
And while jinns might sound like creatures straight out of a fantasy novel, belief in them is still strong in many parts of the world today.
Hey, I believe in them.
People often seek protection from jinns by reciting prayers or wearing charms believed to ward off their influence.
Absolutely. Whether you view them as guardians, tricksters, or something in between, there's no denying the fascination with jinn across cultures and generations. Brief intermission.
Did you know that there's a spring special at Kung Fu Tea?
Selling now for 15% off.
Get your drink today! Can you explain why jinn stories are so prevalent in Middle Eastern and Islamic cultures?
Yeah, of course. Jinns are deeply embedded in Islamic theology and culture. So, like the Quran, it mentions jinns being created from smokeless fire, living in a parallel world to humans. So these stories are not just religious, but they've also become part of like the cultural fabric, like influencing folklore, literature, and even daily life. Okay, so I heard of this one family, and they were experiencing some problems with jinns, so they went to a local imam, which is basically a guy that performs spiritual healing, and he said that they disturbed a jinn that inhabited the house. So they advised them to never return and be more mindful of places where jinns are believed to dwell.
Yeah, because jinns are often tied to specific locations, and disturbing these places can lead to negative encounters.
That is insane. Like,
know.
never return. Imagine a jinn comes to your house, right? And they're like you can never go back. You have to like pack up your stuff and move. Like,
So, do you think us as like Catholics or other religions even get affected by jinns?
if you are not a believer, I'm not exactly sure if you would, but if you strongly believe in them, based on all the proof that jinns do exist, yeah, I think maybe you could be affected by jinns.
Nice. Spooky. I'm
You know,
scared.
this reminds me of the story that you told me yesterday when you were when you were in bed and you were awake at 3 a.m., 2 a.m.
No. You don't remember the times? Morning prayers time is 1 to 2. So I was really scared to go back to sleep since I was awake at like 1:11 in the morning. I was binging a show. That's the only thing that was comforting me.
So you were scared.
Yes, I was definitely afraid. Hello. They're supernatural beings.
Okay, so you do believe in them, because if you didn't, the fear wouldn't be there.
Yes, possibly. Yeah, actually, yes.
All right, so then question for the audience, do you believe in jinns? And if you do, why? Is it because, oh my... That's a wrap.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast on the mysterious world of jinns. Until next time, bye.